Hey guys, Rusty here, HP. Today I'm working on just doing a seal kit basically on a 6.0 turbocharger. So this kit is what the customer bought. PSR, it's a rebuild kit, and then you have your turbines. Not sure on all the lingo for these, but these are pretty simple to do if you're only doing the base, which this is all this kit covers is the base. It does not cover anything inside the actuator. So we're just going to split this side, new seals, new bushings. I'm not really sure what that part's called, but we'll go through the it's real simple. I've done a couple of these, so I'm going to start by breaking this off 11 millimeter. I'll mark my housing, and we'll take a rubber mallet and just tap the exhaust side off of here, and then I'll come back and show you where we're at on getting the rest of it apart. Okay, so we have the exhaust side off. Don't worry if you take this off and this plate gets off of there. It kind of only goes on there one way. Because of where the piece for the actuator is. So I would say if you make the mistake of accidentally having this come out while it's apart, or you lose your marks or anything like that, all you have to do is just measure that distance to right there, and that's where your actuator is going to be, and put the plate back in. So I'm not quite sure if it doesn't appear that there's an up or down on this plate because it's all cut the same. I would say yes, there is an up and down. Yeah. So just make sure you don't mix up your up and down. I think if it's flipped, if I'm looking at this right, I might be overthinking it. Yeah, so you can see the pieces shoot outward when it's facing the right way. If you have it facing the wrong way, it's shooting downwards. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so next thing, as you can see, is all this buildup right here next to where our actuator moves it. That's a sign of it leaking oil, and it's just crudding up. So I'm gonna have to see if you can get the correct seal kit that takes this apart, but until then we're just gonna keep on keeping on. So gonna take off the cover for the intake side, 5/16, 12 points. Let me bust these off of here and we'll come back. Okay, so now we're ready to take this part of the assembly out. So this is reverse threads right here, 9/16. You want to hold this side 7/8. Once that comes off, your fins will come off, and then that shaft can be pushed through. So we'll do that, and then we'll work on getting this plate off. Okay, so we have it out. You have your bushings. I just try not to mix them up or turn them around. Just set to the side. All that stuff's being replaced. 5/16, 12 points. These should just blast off here. They're not really that tight. Yep. And this will bring this plate off. Kit comes with all new bolts. That plate comes off. Flip this over, and then we have this guy right here. Ugh. Get this out the way. So the way this guy sits on there is it just slides, but it locks in place, as you can see. So try not to get these backwards, because this right here fills with oil and it just spreads it through. If you put it on there backwards, I guess one ain't gonna go down. And so Plus we have a new one of these that came with the kit. So I'm still waiting on a call back from the customer, because there is another kit that comes with the seals for this. There's a seal here, and then there's a seal here. There's also new bolts for this, so I'm going to pull this cover off, and we'll see what's under it. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so let me pull this cover off of here and then I'll get right back to you. Okay, so this is the breakdown on the base model. That plate comes off, and then you want to clean up in here as much as possible. We did get the go ahead to continue on. So from here, we want to get rid of the actuator, or not get rid of it, take it off. So it's just held in by this 5/16, and then it should pull out because it's just a plunger that pushes a rod and stuff. So let me get that actuator out, and the hard part is going to be the pin for this. I've never had to break one down past this, so we're going to continue on. Okay, so next we're going to get the snap ring out of here, take a pair of pliers and work that cap out. Snap ring out of here, thread in a bolt and pull this cap out, and we're going to pull this out, and that'll give us access to the pin for the arm. So we'll get all of that apart, and then I'll show you how to disassemble the rest from there. And then that's everything that you could do on this seal wise. Okay, so after your caps are off, there's your side cap, top cap. You can see the actuator. I already turned it. So you're gonna spin this counterclockwise until it spits that out, and then you will have access to a pin in there. So you're gonna knock the pin down and out, and then that'll separate this from your arm, the gear from your arm, and those two pieces will separate. This is the smallest punch I have, which is still just a hair too big, so I'm gonna have to shave this down so that it'll punch it through. But once you do that, you just tap that down gently, and that gear will come separate from your arm. So your arm holds the whole shaft, and the gear is on there separate with a pin. So let me do that, and I will show you the end results. So here are the pieces for your arm and actuator. You have your plunger, your actuator, which just pulls out. There's your gear, and then the swivel for the vanes, which leaves us with this. This right here will all get hand cleaned. We don't want to risk getting any type of contaminants. The other piece already got picked up and went to the sandblasting shop to be sandblasted. So we'll just wait for the new seal kit to get here. We'll get all this cleaned up, and then we will shoot a second video on the assembly. So that's the disassembly, super simple, and then assembly's reverse order, but we'll go through that. And so check us out on Facebook, hit the like button, subscribe guys, and as always, keep wrenching.